Husbands of Igbinedion's daughters. We are not complete. We are going to be more. And seeing a lot of people somewhere, please let them come out so that we can start immediately. I know some of you plan to sleep here, but I am Vincent Igbinedion and I live in Lagos. And I'm going back there today. Dan o akpoki machine if a woman no ahua well 2022 Omo Justin Erimi Ogai Igbinedion bia ela say na ikugbo madani ayibumele Awa maleka agala banye somele lorobo meni omuna ihoze omuna we amani kozwewe ya gesene ai biatam na ezole kunu kugbama rigbama enyamugba memu ade ipesezi pegbama peguzi enya okay, thank you. Don't record it. Because Otebezele and Domina Manin Swika Huma Ndagwa no no ke kwon. O mana manu se ka homa. O mana manu se ka homa. Ele ya nu ke kwon no nyen. Yes ni. Keje ka owo boni. Wa so ka ka ide ko. So ketembo I've been trying to turn my brain to the right. Okay, well. So, this is about 1 p.m. Okorokoho. Officially, the family reunion. Igbinedion family. Now, Mr. DJ, give it to us. Give it to us. By this time yesterday, Ngbono nyaho. Ndi rozo. Amarane ebeni wo take. Hear the words. Hear the words. Hear what? Ahimiri ma. Yako gigi bamulo. Carita ni wa. Oh, look at the weather. Oyele we go now. Honorable we have many reasons to thank God. So we are going to start with prayer, and then after the prayer, I'll tell some of us how we got to where we are. Thank you. I don't know that Duke can pray for us. Duke, Mwabisi, Elimi Ogai, Igbinedion. Okay. Mwabisi, Elimi Ogai, L2. No. Yeah, L2 one. So officially, no. Unofficially, he's my father. Okay, unofficially because L2 Amungwa, I'm L2. So he's unofficially my father because he is rabbit. I am the junior rabbit. Okay, so rabbit senior and rabbit junior. All right. In the rabbit kingdom. Okay, so we are going to call him to pray for us. Yes, a guy named his guy name is Otogunbangbang. DJ Igbinedion. But now, I mean, you don't expect my father now to come and start dancing all this one now, you know? Christian music. The DJ will give us a danceable Christian music.
And you, Igbinedion, le Mbawe le diwe, lendi authorize ben, make ihunenya huanyi, family ni, en le tiens la famille, igi mani ẹyin zọ bie ben tan ẹyin lechan kẹyin de ben ẹyin wẹ obi masini ẹyin lé pípéré ní ibi a lè du ẹyin lechan ben ìyẹn lechan kì í mẹ o kẹwìn lè du ẹyin sí lè hùn ẹyin kì í du ẹyin ru gẹ̀ẹ́gì rọ̀chánì ìyẹn bẹ̀ lànà tán ẹ̀ sì bu ẹ̀ka ẹ̀kyẹ́ n'obi ìzà asọ ẹ̀yìn sọ n'ẹ̀yìn ìzà mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yìn kúgbàmá ní obi ẹ̀yìn kà nọ́kẹ̀ onye rí anụ ọ̀hụ̀ lẹ̀ onye ramiri ẹ̀ṅụ ẹ̀lẹ́ pípéré ní ìdú ẹ̀yìn ìyẹlẹ tí wọn kì í mẹtàn nígbà wòye kì í bẹ lu ebén kàlín kì í gbèrè pípéré ní òmù ẹ̀yìn ìgbà ẹ̀yìn díẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn ó lẹ́yìn rà bíà ìkìkì ní ọ̀sọ́tò ọ̀rìà lóhùn ẹni ẹ̀ka sí ọ̀sọ́sọ àrílẹ̀ n'onye ẹlẹ́yìn ó lẹ́yìn ní wìtóbi ọma ihe ndị lẹ́ndị ọzọ ẹ̀sìkà nyàá náà ndé ẹ̀sì dodo yóò nyàá mẹ́ n'ẹ̀yìn n'ẹ̀dá ahịhịa n'ebe elekere nri n'ẹ̀dá anụ ẹ̀yìn maka ọrụ ọma ka anụ ọnwale ndị ichiche ka esi ya enyi nke afọ nwa Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.
Okay. I just surprised everybody. I surprised myself. Did you do well in our language? Also, okay, okay. Also, Ika for about 5 minutes, and only 2 words of English. So, record cannot we use it now. I use it amen. Okay, thank you. Well, I'm going to have money. Benny J. Igbinedion, but first, that J. Igbinedion of Obli, July 1st, 1984. His statue is there. It was done in 1984 or thereabout. This man in Unwe Omu and no Kwasi Ogun 9. Also Ogun, yes, Ogun 9. Yeah, Ogun 9. You know Ogun Omu and no Kwasi Ogun, that's 24 children. When the man passed on, he had 24 children. If you imagine that I'm one of those 24, then you know the problem that the man had, because I was not easy to raise, I must confess. And he had, when he passed on, he had 3 wives left. Those are the ones I know. The ones I don't know, I will not talk about them. All right. So, can we give him another round of applause for being such a prolific man? How many of you are not late on all those of beat that record? Nobody. You see, we couldn't do as much as our father did. Nobody could even do up to half. It's all right. Now, when he died, 9 months later, his second wife also passed on. Her name is Victoria Koseyem Igbinedion. Can we give her a round of applause? 6 months later, the second son of the third wife, of the youngest of the wives, also died. So you can imagine the experiences that will pass through all that time. His name is Igbinedion. And then some years later, the second child of the second wife, called Mrs. Patience Ndidi. Okay. Also passed on. Then in 2010, another son called Christian Ohuma Igbinedion, who was working with night post, close from work. He wanted to buy something to eat. A vehicle ran him down, and then he died. So, 5 major deaths since that man passed on. I think we should just rise and observe a moment of silence for these departed people. May the souls of the departed rest in peace. Thank you. On November 29th, 2021, there was a wedding in Lagos. And then this young lady saw her uncle. Said, "Uncle, how are you, uncle?" "I'm fine. That's my husband." "Okay." And then, okay. My husband said, I'm from Isoko." And the man said, "My wife is from Isoko." "What part of Isoko?" "My wife's name is Ekwa." And the man said, "My family name is Ekwa." Then the young lady said, "Uncle, maybe that's why we should have a family reunion." That's how I entered this trouble, because I was there standing when they were talking. I said, "Vincent, go ahead and plan the family reunion." Now there I could enter this trouble when I did so. Thank you very much. The lady in question, Shelly Efune, is he around? That's the lady that was telling the uncle that, and then that's the husband. Where's the husband? Is he around? The husband. Mr. Efune, please stand. That Efune, yes. Mr. Efune is related to Pastor Chuk's wife. So if we are not careful, I have this reunion. One day my son will come. "Daddy, I'm ready for marriage." Say, "Thank you very much. God bless you, my son. If you do well with you and your neighbor." And then walking. My dear, beautiful girl. Where are you from? My father said we are from. No. One place in Edo State. Okay. Do you know your mother's name? Yes, my mother is. Okay, we are. Onyemakono. Onyemakono. Trouble don't come. But I hope you have just proposed. You have not said "I do." No, we have not yet said "I do." Okay. Onyemakono. I used to know a lady called Onyemakono. By then I will be so old. I will be wearing my glasses like this. Then when I investigate further, I say no. That marriage can't work now. Clementina is a younger brother to mine. Please. So it's almost reaching that level. That's why I said, let us meet. Let us get to know ourselves. We are going to do some introductions. I might do some introductions, but I might even ask other people to introduce themselves. We are not going to say introduce your children or this one or that because of one reason or the other, for security reasons. But if the microphone reaches you, you want to introduce yourself, please introduce yourself. And then, in the course of discussion, because the essence of this is that we will have, apart from reunion, we have greater and better family unity. If your parents have not told you about your family, about your background, this is the time for you to know. For example, I was introduced by this, okay? This is Duke Nwabusi Igbinedion, is alias Eletu, and his guy name is Ojogungbang. I don't know his nickname yet. I'll find out before we leave here. And then I'll say, okay, this is Joseph Nwaulo Erimiogai Igbinedion. Boy is also his name. He's also called Nwaboy. Okay, and then I don't know whether you ever told your children that you were a newspaper vendor one time. And then I still remember, Daily Times today, Morning Post, you'll be riding his bicycle. And then one lorry driver, what they said, this man, you haven't done too much. Oh yeah, carry come forward. And the lorry driver hit him, and then he fell. And then my mother was just coming from the river when she went to wash clothes. And then somebody met him and said, hey, your son, motor jammed in his head has scattered. And then my mother threw the clothes she was washing and threw it away, and then my mother fainted. People. Okay. Barrister Chooks. I was in his office one day, was making a call. What? Wait, let me finish this one. He was making a call, and then he was talking to a woman or something. The woman was very angry. You don't call this number anymore. You don't call this number anymore. When he off the phone, Chooks laughed and said, oh, I wish this woman knows who is talking with her. Because, well, whether I like it or not, he didn't buy it. Chooks is a ladies' man any day. I don't know what that means, so please give him a round of applause.
Thank God my wife is not here.
Please, when I finish, I told you, I said whether I like it or not, I'm sleeping in Lagos today. So when I finish, I'm going to run. But I'm going to tell you all the things I know. And the ones I don't know, I'm going to say it. All right, thank you. So that's Chooks and Clementina. Okay. Oh, his nickname is Bang. And then I think he has under Achike is his guy name. And then, but I think due to over popularity, they also call him. I'll keep that one so that I can be able to leave. And then we have so many others who are here. Oh, Joy. Joy. Mwafo. Elufe. What can we call that one now? What was her guy name? She was too slippery that she doesn't have a guy name. She doesn't have a guy name. She doesn't have a nickname. She was too slippery. If you are looking for her here, she will be there. Yeah. And then, Clementina. Wungyoye Gibbe. You want to hold you don't hold me?
Yes.
That's you might be hungry, but the problem is that she doesn't have clothes to wear. And
you are just telling me.
and funny thing she made. So, she was a warrior. No, I knew her. She was a warrior. A warrioress. Is that my warrioress? Fighteress. Yes. And then when she wanted to go and marry, she married a boy called Onyema Kono. Who knows as he go be? I said, well, yes, they are married, and that was just not too long after the mother's death. But today, I've told one of the sons that his father is coming back here because what he paid us was not enough. Considering the output, if you are a child of Clementina, please stand up for recognition. Clementina, raise your children up. Let them stand up. Let them stand up. Let your soldiers. Oh, okay. Stand up. Everyone is a child. Thank you. In fact, there are some that are not around. And I got threatened. There are quite many. Yeah, the investment in her yielded maximum returns by all standards. When we were growing up, there were so many stories we had. Clementina wanted just a pair of pants. And she couldn't tell the mother, I want pants. She now carried that on and put it in the bush and then told the mother that the pants has lost. I'm not sure she remember this story. Please, clear this road so that I can run away. And then a cousin that was living with them got to the bush and saw the pants. It is not the pants that Ungia said it is lost. Ungia, take your pants. Oh, this Ajua will not allow them to buy another pant for me. And the mother said, why don't you tell them that you want another pant instead of going to throw the one you have in the bush? That was how we grew up. It was fun. Sometimes we fought. We were sitting down. And then someone started in one small room there. We started hearing, gree. What's going on? We all ran down and saw that Chooks and Duke were fighting.
No, you don't know what they're beating.
Okay, Ebo and L2 were fighting. Physical fight. It was serious. So when it was time to fight, we fought. But when it's time to celebrate, we also celebrated. And then we'll drink and drink and drink. Some of the good things and the bad things we did, I'm telling you now. There will be some people who will sneak some people into the house when daddy is not around. When daddy is not around, they'll sneak some people in. Suddenly daddy will come in. Ha! Well, I don't come. How do you evacuate? They are giving me solutions. How do you evacuate? And then daddy will go into the room. Before you know, they zoom off. You don't know that Vespa can run as fast as that. And then they will run away. They did that. Some people were told, don't go to watch film in the night. That's daddy. He locked the door. How can this man say we should not go to watch film? And the film comes to Oligie only once in a week or 2 weeks. And it's in the village hall. It's in the town hall. Me that is talking like this so boldly. This was the road I dreaded most in my life. From here to the main road. If I'm coming in, I'll run. If I'm going out, I'll run. Just from here to here, I dreaded it most. But if you cross this road, if you enter this road, the trees that are here, in fact, the shadows will follow you to wherever you are going. However, daddy will wake you up by 1 a.m. and say, go and buy me snuff. Meanwhile, he passed the snuff woman just 5 minutes ago. But daddy, why you not buy snuff now? Who asked you to talk? Who will be? Yeah. And then, when he gets tired of you, he say, pack out of my house. I remember the day Duke was sent packing.
No, I packed by myself.
No, you were sent packing. You have forgotten. I'll tell you what happened. Daddy gave you clothes to iron with coal iron. Coal iron doesn't have respect for textiles or for material. And I didn't iron it well. And said, Duke, are you a secondary school teacher? And you call yourself a teacher, you cannot iron clothes. Look at the clothes you ironed. And Duke said, what do I do now? Am I to burn the cloth? And he said, are you asking me or you asking your father? No, wait down. Are you asking him or your father? What will you say? Can you say I'm asking you? No. Insult. Can you say I'm asking my father? No. Who say you? And then Duke must pack. No. And Duke packed willingly. About 3 weeks later, my father was where Duke was living. Who has this house? Oh, young teacher. My father loved teachers. He loved education. Who has this house? He says it's 1.1 tapa. You put up. You are teachers and you're living in the house of a 1.1 tapa. Duke, go back home before 2 hours. We were happy. Myself, Dele is not here. We were happy that Duke has left us with his troubles. We were happy. 3 weeks later, see Duke packing back with his property. What kind of problem is this again now? This one will not let somebody rest. And of course, somebody has been mobilizing. Shall be shining like a star, doing all the cooking, marketing, a lady of the house. She's been keeping the fort. Her name is Miss Lucy. Now, before she was born, every child born in Oligie will be named Edomaruse. What is happening? What did they do not do? My father took the opposite route and said, When he gave birth to this daughter, he now said, Ikamaruse. Yes, he cannot be rich. Every time people say, Edo has not done enough. Edo has not done enough. My father says, Ika has not done enough. Listen, Ika, Igbinedion should be shining. Please stand up for recognition. That is the second. Oh no.
God is good.
All the time. Yes, that is her. Very social, very relentless. She's an activist, both in the house and outside.
Thank you.
Is MC Tokia around? MC Tokia. Oh, yeah, okay. MC Tokia is around. All right. Before I sit down, Senior Bros, I call him Senior Bros, will just give us a few remarks. Then, Barrister Chuks, Ijenwa, Igbinedion, Igbinedion, what do you call me again? What was that name? Bang, and then there was one who mentioned again. Oh, Achike. I hope this road is free. because I'll run out of it when I finish. After that, he will tell us some of the things we didn't know about our family. Mr. Another barrister, Joseph. Wow, Lord.
Anybody's state of... Okay, well, let me hear you. How many drinks? I'll hear the Kankuko, but I'm not hearing why you buy many drinks. Well, let them begin to do that one now. So that you don't know how people are feeling. I beg you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are not here going to just listen and listen. While we are listening, our mouths can also be busy because so much has been done. So much has been prepared. It's so elaborate. In fact, since going for yesterday, we have been going to the market and coming back. So we are very, very prepared. We only just switch them. Okay, yes. The living wives. We have the youngest of them all. I use that youngest with all sense of responsibility. Mrs. Flora Igbinedion ni Anyoko is the youngest wife of my mother. Did I make me say call her youngest wife? Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. The youngest wife of my father. Whether you like it or not, she's the youngest wife. Yes. Yeah. My father so loved her. In fact, doesn't matter, for God so loved the world. All right. Mrs. Roslyn Agmolaho Igbinedion near Sagmohi. I think she's been made up somewhere. Okay, that's Nengwa Law for short. She's been made up somewhere. Okay. Okay. Some people call her Nengwa Law. They are the living wives of. Okay, some people call her Ne, others call her Mama. So many titles. She's getting younger. So if she's not able to come out here, please don't be worried. Okay, she's coming. She's saying in spirit. She's already on a 4-wheel drive. Okay, so please don't be worried. She has a 4-wheel drive. And no matter how you look at it, she has a 4-wheel drive. Is there any other member I've not introduced? How could I have forgotten my teacher extraordinaire, Mr. Augustine Bienose Ekpose? Uncle, Aeroplane Igbinedion, stand up for recognize. Thank you. That's one of them. All right. Okay. There are so many others that didn't come, but I don't know that. Where's Oliver? Okay. Ozetu will be produced as a grandchild. All right. All of them are in the room. Where's Oliver? Oliver is somewhere. Yes. Okay, we'll get to the grandchildren. Oliver is one of the last children of Chief Mr. J. Igbinedion. Oliver Efa. My father don't born, say I could be born because grow not the telephone. That's why he named him Efa Johnny. Did you know you're Efa Johnny? You remember? My father had many sons and very few daughters. But feeling that the daughters will be overwhelmed by the number of sons he had, when he gave birth to this particular girl, he said, your name is equality. I have equalized all my children. This is equality. Mrs. Lydia. Okay, thank you. Hallelujah. Okay, that's the last daughter, the very last daughter of J. Igbinedion. The last daughter, the last. But before there's, okay, baby yellow. Okay. Why would they name such a man baby? I know the story. Do you know, how can you know your story? Okay, please let the food and the drink be coming. Let them be flowing so that they don't get sour. All right. Baby yellow. You remark. Okay. We are going to.
Please,
yes.
Before we go ahead, I will want our brothers. Yes. Microphone. Microphone you want on?
Yes. O membo dele na kubi kwenya. 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 O misa dele na kubi kwenya. O misho dele na kubi kwenya. O mesa o dele ni wa kugo dele. Babiro leka buru lega babiro babiro akodi so babiro leka buru lega babiro so
where she carry agbado, where she carry agbado, orí agbado, abeteme, where Jesu, onyeje, egoje, Igbinedion. Igbinedion. Yemi ekwende wolo. Ani yeweri. Lagu yeri ogedocha. Yeri ogedocha. Iuso wahi osuso. Onyalagu magbe Igbinedion.
My grandmother, she at the age of 53, one day beat I don't know this one.
Okay.
Okay, let our grandfather.
Yes.
About to you, labor in one. And then our grandmother.
What did I call?
That's okay. There's time.
Thank you. This is this house was so sweet that even by 2 a.m. when he comes back, see, okay, everybody come out. Maybe I can wear him within bath for the day. For that case, we go and wash our leg very well, rub pomade and do rub and shake. Because even if it's all hammer time, you must bathe. That is how we'll be dancing, we'll be singing. He will sing to the road and say we should continue, want to hear us. So that is how lovely this house is. This house was so lovely. And we want to restore that joy. It's a peaceful home. Yes, a house of 17 boys and 7 girls. I was telling them, I said, my number is number 17. Then they thought I don't know my number. I said, I know my number. I am number 17. And I'm the 6th girl. Second to the last girl. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's interesting. In fact, she gave us hope that marriage is a blessing. Because when she went in, everybody was all of them are children. You are blessed. You are blessed. I wish you well. All right. We'll be singing we'll be dancing, we'll be chatting. And then we have the very first of the grandchildren living. His name is Mr. No. Okay. The oldest living grandchild. The oldest living grandson of Igbinedion, grandchild of Igbinedion, is Mr. Festus Osagi Okpokpo. That is him. Yes, also known as Okpokpo. Well, if you want to know why it's called Okpokpo, consult me. The fee will be very small. When we were introducing people, Vero was not around. Mrs. Veronica Obuse is here. She's also called Baby. Baby, you are welcome. That is Sister's mother. You are welcome. We're happy to see you. Please sit down. Baby was the first of Igbinedion's children, I think, to wear a wedding gown. Yeah. She was the first of Igbinedion's daughters to wear a wedding gown. You were the first to wear a wedding gown when she was wedded. Congratulations. Yes. Then I think I saw. Okay, Sister Beatrice is also one of the direct daughters of Igbinedion. We used to call her BNT. We didn't know that it's actually Beatrice. You know, sometimes when this name, but the day I knew that her name is Beatrice and not BNT, the name stopped fitting me. When you are too used to something and then they correct you, the thing becomes sour in the mouth. So the day I realized that she is Beatrice and not BNT, I didn't like calling her name again. But she's there. Please stand up to be recognized. That is one of our daughters. Hallelujah. Thank you. I think I am very due for retirement. I don't know. Okay, let's see. So, bros, are you ready to talk to us? Oh! Yes. Somebody, I mentioned 4-wheel drive before. I didn't ask you to look. Please don't look so that I don't see her 4-wheel drive. She is my mother. She is our mother. She was the first to join the Igbinedion clan household as a wife, and any focus on the woman is coming. Thank you.
DJ, you don't know your work.
Oh, that's good that you are retired. DJ is also looking. Huh? There's one road maker couldn't come back from the market because road not let him. He go market, go buy something, road come beat him for market, and he's supposed to go and stop rain. That's this DJ. DJ, we are waiting for you. DJ is looking look. He's looking look. I hope our grandchildren are not learning my grammar. Don't take anything home from here, please. Yes, that is Mrs. Roslyn Agbonlaho Igbinedion. Me, Isaac Bonhi. She just came in now. Mama, you are welcome. Una see as e be so. Una see as e be. Una see as I be kakaraka. The day when she say she wan beat me, I don come up for us. He say I'm going to flog you. Me flog you. I run for cover. I don't also want to remember that I heard this story that my father never succeeded in giving two strokes of the cane. Once he collects the first one, when the second one is coming, he will bounce. He has to prove whether it's true or not. Am I not true? I mean, alive. And that was a man that never allowed me to wear trousers. Even when they were in class 5 in secondary school. You don't wear trousers because he said so. So if your mother bought you a trouser, like his mother bought for him, you carry the trouser, go to that junction there and wear it. Roll around with your friends. Remove the trouser, put it in your bag and return home. Like an innocent child. You wear trouser? You wear trouser? I don't wear. You don't wear trouser because... Alright. That was us. That was us. Okay. Alright. So, we are moving forward. Our brother Joseph will tell us a few words, then Chuck will tell us give us some history so that you know why we are the way we are. Thank you. Bros.
So I'm really happy. I'm really happy that you were able to make it. Both the wives, the sons, daughters, granddaughters, grandsons, great-grandsons of our late father. I can say that our father was a phenomenon. He was a philosopher, he was a musician, as you could see a short while ago. He was also a father, a loving father, he was also a loving husband, and a great community leader. When he passed on, because they gave him a chieftaincy title when he was very young. When he passed on, we were writing the epitaph or something like that, and they said, somebody said we should put Chief J. Igbinedion. Somebody asked, who gave him chief? I said, any year. We gave it to him. He was a chief, but he was not answering chief because he didn't want any obstacle to his carrying out his activities. So, and he was very active, as I said, he was very active. He was also very loving, but he can be, he can enforce the law. He can enforce the law if he wanted to. All right. So he was also a great disciplinarian. As I said earlier, he was a philosopher, a pragmatic philosopher, and a politician. A pragmatic philosopher and a politician in a those days or in Old Benin, Bendel. He was known as Ohuahua. You know what Ohuahua means? Hamatan. About Benin gave him the title Ohuahua. He said Ohuahua doesn't mind who he beats because he will challenge anybody. So the Ohuahua asked them when they came to Igbinedion, they said they should contribute money so that they can build a secondary school. Water something. He said, oh, all those water projects in Benin, was it the community that contributed for the construction? You know, so he wanted equality for everybody. He was a great supporter of education. He was a great supporter of education throughout this length and breadth of the state. So he was a supporter of Ashok Group and also UPN because of the educational philosophy of those organizations. You can see from the children, all of them, or many of us went to school. We couldn't be here and not go to school and go to school properly. So you can imagine what the situation was. It was a great disciplined environment. The great disciplined environment. At home here, I was also a great law enforcer. I remember one of our mothers said, the money I kept here, somebody has taken it. He said, hey, keep your money well. Don't catch my children thief. Don't give my impression that my children are thieves. Keep your money well. You're not the only one that has money. You're not the only one that has money. Don't give the impression that my children are thieves. Since then, you see me that bag I carry now. Only today I didn't carry it. If I brought it here when I'm going to leave, I will carry it. Because so that I don't come around and begin to catch everybody thief. Okay, wherever I go, at the United Nations, in work, everywhere, I always carry out my bag like this. So that I'm not coming back and say, somebody taking my money. So there's a lot of discipline, there's a lot to learn from our father. He's not going to steal for anybody. He was very upright because he always told us, trouble, trouble does, go trouble, trouble. Trouble, trouble does, go trouble, trouble. He said, nobody runs to trouble without his having contributed to it. Nobody runs to trouble without having contributed to it. So in everything we do, right now, we say, hey, how did I contribute to this trouble? Sometimes you didn't contribute to it because the world is changing. But most times you discover that you have contributed to it. Around the community here is known as Ezoguma. How did it happen? When he was a child, he was very rascally. He came back, he got to the farm one day, and he saw this farm, this native dengon. He slashed it like this. Everything raised, became very clean. Because it was made of, what they used to make it again? Is it not copper? Or all those things they used to make all those things. So when he saw it, how do I do it? He used charcoal to rub it, it didn't work. He allowed him to do it, it didn't work, he didn't cover it. Then he left it. When they came, they said, who did this one? Who called this thing like this? They said they will go for Oracle to find out who caught the dengon. He said they discovered that he said it was a witch that caught the dengon. So later came and told them, one of the uncles said, look, so I was the one that caught this thing now. Why are you worrying? Why are you all going all over the place? Why are you going all over the place to find out who used the knife to cut? If a witch wanted to use the dengon, they would have carried it without anybody knowing. You know, now you are going all over the state, all over the community, trying to get the native doctor to tell you who caught it. He said, I was the one that did it. You know, so very popular against anti-witchcraft campaign in this community. So that is the origin. We don't believe in this family. We don't believe in witchcraft. It's an anathema for you to say you believe in witchcraft. Believe in yourself, and the witch will disappear. Believe in yourself, and the witch will disappear. Because the Bible says the kingdom of God is within you. Not so? The kingdom of God is within you. If the kingdom, then the king. So believe in yourself. I think there are a lot of things to say, but I can't continue to say all of them. But I will add that our father was it was a phenomenon. Sometimes we had money, sometimes we didn't have money. On 2 occasions, I'm just going to the secondary school because there was no money. Okay, because there was no money. So it is up and down. You rise, you fall, you move. He used to tell me a story of somebody who did a GCE 10 times. 10 times. When the man will come back, he would dust the paper again. He would dust his snuff. I said, don't mind them. They don't know what they are doing. He will enroll again. They will try again. They will keep trying. When I was at the university, I was still doing final ACII, final insurance examination. He never gave up. He never gave up hope. He never gave up hope. Because we all have our future in our hands to mold it the way we want. So those are some of the few words I want to share with you. I thank you all very much for your attention. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. You might not know that this man that just spoke was living with somebody in that house. And he was not allowed to cross to this compound because daddy said so. One day he crossed and he was playing with this man and this man. And then he forgot because of that master said he should cook beans. When he remembered, master said I should cook beans, so it's okay. One of these boys told him that if you put nail inside beans, it will done faster. The young boy went, put nail inside the beans. When master came, he served master. He didn't remember to remove the nail. Master took the first spoon By the time he took the second, he wanted to take the second finger, chrome, and then what is this? Yes, I know you have been planning to kill me. Imagine you if you are a mat and you saw a 6-inch nail in your beans. What will you call your boy? And you tell me there's no witchcraft. Eh? He's a scientist. Okay, so, barrister. It's your turn, sir. What can you tell us?
Thank you for this opportunity to talk about my late father. We met him. I started going to see him as a boy of 4, as a boy of 5, thereabout. The first thing, I know, yes, my father, I know he was riding cars, but it didn't quite, make any difference to me. We saw cars early, because my father rode almost all types of cars, all brand new. In their time there was no Tokubo, all brand. You mentioned them: Mercedes, Benz, Street Light, DKW, Vauxhall, Kit Car, Volkswagen. There was one that he rode that popularized him. Volkswagen open body. Open body. That was when, as we're growing by, we're just noticing him. But the first mark that I got to know my father was when all of us, boys of 5, we all went to one primary school in Igbinedion to wait for my father to land in 1959, to land with helicopter in company of Chief Obafemi Awolowo. You will not understand. Obafemi Awolowo was then a new premier of the Western region. Well, we call it Western region. Today, that Western region comprised of Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, whatever, Edo now, Delta, Kwara, Kogi, that is Western, Oyo, the whole of Western region. We were under Western region, and Ibadan was our. Thereafter, immediately he dropped in that ballot box. The next week, he became the chairman of Oriomo local government. Wow. That's what we call Akube. He was at Akube district with the headquarters in Owa. The whole Akube, Oriomo, Yekoriomo, those were what we call Akube. Akube means bringing things together. He was the first chairman of that local government, which now comprised of Oriomo. Because they keep quiet. Oriomo and Owo there. Yeah, today. Yes, Oriomo and Owo there. And he did that from that 1959 to 1962. The 1959 to 1962. And intended to go to House of Assembly. And that is why, and he also lost. And there was another election when the northern and the western region politicians merged, and they said they were going to form one Midwest Democratic Front. My father also contested the election and wasn't successful. So I remember one night, maybe my senior brother would have forgotten, we had to use our head to carry ballot box from here to a Morodi house. Before that time, we were singing, you do me number 1, you do me number 2, you want to do me number 3, attire, mama, attire. So that was the genesis of that song. Because in 59, he lost an election. In 64, in 62, he lost, no, 62, he was a chairman. He lost an election. And so that was that song. That song came about. But he was a man who never said die. My late father was the man who never say die. That is, once you fall, he tells you, look, my friend, if you want to live in this world, if you know the Chinese had the way of saying, you know, if you fall, before people will know that you are falling, run. That is why, but if you fall and stay there, you will be caught. You know, so if you fall, run. You know, so it's a man of that stuff. Then over time, then the military now came and sacked all political, and all that was in 1966, and they sacked all. So, Papa again, like no politics, no work. We're already living here, we're already grown ups, we're already trying to, some of us, my senior brother had gone into secondary school. I remember he came to my school first time, he came to my school, who were Duke, Austin, yes, so we became like the spirits of this compound. And you know, anybody who lived with my father, you see, if you look at this our compound, from here, you are going to go to a quarter mile inside. This is where we farm. This is where we live. So you have no option, like my brother has said, you have no option but to do well in your school to pass. Because if you fail, behind your house is the farm that can occupy you for 3 years. So you, you are not doing it because it doesn't take it. When they say, oh, well, Igbinedion school being established, yes, we should be the pioneer. We should be the second to the pioneer. We want to go to boarding house. They say, okay, right, boarding house. Boarding house. They say it's £7. £7 today is 14 naira. So £7. So you and Duke, you go to boarding house, okay? I say, yeah. So we already dreaming of boarding house. Already dreaming of boarding house. All of a sudden, one day, you can say, okay, who are those who say they are going to boarding house? You know your boarding house now? Yeah. You see, when he was doing all this, I confess, I thought my father was very wicked. You know, this type of man, you don't give others will go to moonlight in the town, in the village. We will be in this compound, waiting for him. We will be hearing, you know, those days there was no electricity. So we will be hearing people dancing in moonlight, you know, singing songs. Yeah. So, we were not able to go. The day I went, before I came back, the road was here. What a fence. What a fence in this compound. That's why I asked them to lock up the fence. To seal up the fence. I was outside. People were here singing. My grandmother, she at the age of 83, one day picked him and died. And when she was dead, the will was read by a lawyer as we stood side by side. And when it was read, the lawyer said, "So, Granny left me an old armchair. How they laughed, how they cried, how my brothers and sisters laughed when they heard the lawyer said, I saw Granny left me an old armchair." So I quietly went through the market. I said, the market and entered my room. When they finished, the next morning, because my father was, his posture to me was giant. Someone was at my door. A big animal. Because they kept vigil for me. They kept vigil for me, yeah? But I had to follow the other way to enter. Where did you follow yesterday? Where were you yesterday night? Like I also said, I read his mood. Once he opens his eyes, I read his mood. And I know the next is going to be either slap or cane. So there was a day, he looked at me, and before I could say anything, I passed through here. He said, "You move." So, and thereafter, And thereafter, I lived in this compound for 2 weeks with my father. Once I hear the sound of a car, oh. When I want to go to school, so his life was, very interesting. He had us disciplined, very, very disciplined. They didn't want you. They didn't want any compromise. No. If you are calling yourself my child, you must be disciplined. And again, you must not be beaten outside. I don't know if you understand it. You must not be, you must not be hard that you are beaten outside. They beat you, then they come back, and he sees you. The type of beating you are going to receive, it would have been better you ask 200 people to beat you. So these are the things grew up, and over time, age started coming little by little, and local politics, joined the United Unity Party of Nigeria, later became the director of Asaba Textile, then in between, he did the insurance work and so on and so forth. Those are the small synopses that I can talk, I can say, I can relate about my late father. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
DJ, yes, Duke is going to speak next. It is when you want to start a DJ. Okay. All right. I saw somebody coming. Maybe we'll wait for him to come first. Thank you very much. Well, before I let Duke take the floor, you know that I told you that somebody has reaped so much profit from the little investment he made in our sister. He has reaped so much profit, and then we think that we are going to call him back to rebuy what he had bought before. Mr. Peter Onyemakono is the husband of Clementine Onyemakono. Peter, you are welcome. That's him. Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir. Happy to see you. Please be seated. You're welcome. He's a very, very resourceful in-law. In fact, come. Bros, Oga. How you take arrange?
It's a long story.
No, okay, we'll cut the long story short. Please go and sit down. because, well, a stubborn girl, very stubborn, went to marry a young man called Peter, and then Peter is surnamed Onyemakono. Who knows as he go be? But today, he's very happy. I'm sure I think there's somebody called Joseph, and some other people around. Thank you very much. They have been so resourceful. Please, okay, Brother Duke, we'll take the floor now.
Fathers, grandfathers, mothers, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren that are here present. Well, I've introduced so many times, but I still want to remind you, for those who don't have enough to be able to memorize or summarize or digitalize what I'm going to say. I'm Oligie-Igbanke, and I'm also Eletu. That is the rabbit that digs into things. I dig so much. Then also, I'm Ietv. And what? Ietv, you come to know later. Well, I want to say, I feel very happy. Coming from this family, they've told you so much about Father, Chief J. Igbinedion. Throughout most of his life, I was more of the baby of the house
Because I wasn't traveling, and so others were traveling. He's there, I'm here. So when they're talking about the heat, that heat, are you listening? When they're talking about the heat is on me here. Others will go to serve some persons, others will travel to Benin, others will travel to Lagos. Duke will be what? Here. So you can imagine what I encountered. I really lived under threat and discipline, under a military but I was able to face all the challenge. And that was when, like Vincent said, that I was expelled. I was told to go because of the cloth. I felt it wasn't that. I was aspiring to be free. Hello? I was aspiring to be what? To be free, and I freed myself. And then when I went out to that place, I prepared my best meal. Being free, prepared really good stew with Uncle Ben's rice. You know what I did that time? Then after that, you know what happened? I ate my first meal, first day. Second day, the day the meal was finished, my brother came to issue ultimatum that I should return home immediately. I thought it was a joke. And why that? He met with the principal of the school I'm teaching. He said, are you the one, okay, my son is teaching your school. Very good. All right. Then he met one of the chiefs, talked to him, met the landlord. So you are the one taking, you took my child. Okay. If you love this house, in 3 days this boy does not come back. He went to the police and reported, only me. But I want to be free. That's why in my life I love to set everybody free. I had to now, to save the man's house and to save many things, I had to return. When I returned, my father said, I think you know I'm stronger than you. You are back. I said, yes. I'm back, yes. But 3 days I left you couldn't sleep. You couldn't what? Sleep. You went to the police, you went to the king, you went to the principal. 3 days. I'm back. He said, it's also, you cannot leave. I said, write the paper. I wrote the paper that Duke is free to leave his house anytime he wants to what? Leave. So that was it. But he was a strict disciplinarian. He doesn't play, he doesn't take no for an word, an answer. Thank you. And he always wants you to stand out, and he wants you not to look for trouble you know you cannot carry. Are you hearing me? He said if you look for trouble, you have to carry your word. There was a day I met him at Agbo. His eyes was red, and they surrendered him, and they were talking, and I said, where is my father? What's happening? My father caught eye, the way he gave me sign. So I know that it's not this is not a Christmas party. Truly, and I left. When I go to him, he said, you are not behaved. I thought, if you were my child, you are there? What are you doing there? Go there and take record of what they are doing to me. That day there was no Android phone. No. If anybody slapped me, he said, you a witness. Are you hearing? So what if they kill me, they kill you together? I'll call you on my. So what it means that don't ever look for trouble. Don't ever what? Look for trouble. Are you hearing me? Now I want to ask you, if you are alive, what I told you, the children, are you hearing me? The grandchildren and the great-grandchildren. Never you look for trouble and bring trouble for somebody who did not bargain for it. That's number one. Wherever you stand, stand out that you are carrying a name that is not yours. Are we there? And so you have to defend that name positively. Then also, number 3, try to make a difference in your environment. Hello? If you are schooling, make sure you make the best of your school. I've discussed with one of my brothers, he's Jukes. I said, when are they going to make you a son? Did I say that? Then, that's the peak of the profession. Anywhere if you are schooling, go become a doctor or a professor. A doctor or what? Study that, yes, if you are in academics, make something. Make something excellent where you are. Only that, you know, families like this can only find pastors. True of us. That's why, you know, rich men go to kneel down for small boys, pastors, and they anoint them. They wouldn't tell their children, why can't you also become what? A pastor. You see, I think I'm speaking under the unction of the Holy Ghost.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Thank you very much. I hope you are getting it. So, but that notwithstanding, think unity as we have started. Think peace, think progress. Anywhere you see anybody that bears the name Igbinedion, try to be of assistance, either in this world, assistance. There's any opening, talk to them. People that there's something here, go and put in. And learn to help people. My father so much helped other people. The rate of helping people, oh my God. Even when we are almost suffering here, he is out there trying to be for people. He hates. Hello? If you are a multi-millionaire, he doesn't respect you. But if you say you are a promises holder, he will respect you. If you didn't go to school, you are a multi-millionaire. He respects those who are educated. He is a champion of what? Education. Positively. Clap for that. Clap for yourself. So wherever you are, get yourself well educated. Don't mind what's happening in the system. Get to school. School cannot be compromised for anything. Read very well. Read to the best. I read. Even if I don't have any certificate that is, they call professor of that, but as a motivational communicator, as a game inventor and game developer, and as a Igbinedion, who can fabricate and fabricate the fabricable. You see, I will read the end, the top, by his grace. So read the top, whatever the. If you fail, that is nothing. Failure is what? What is something is when you fail, you didn't realize that failure is to make you to learn what you did not want. No. My father will say, try. You can say it. Try. I can try. Reaching the top of the mountain. I can't try. Dies at the bottom. Let us say it again with power. Try again. I can try. Reaching the top of the mountain. I can't try. Dies at the bottom. Life. So that's what you realize. So there's nobody that is created a failure. If he's standing here, he will say you are not a failure. He doesn't like failure. I've been performing miracles before the house has started his ministry. Let me tell you what happened. This is Jukes. Hello, Achike. Achike came in holiday time. I say he has Obuba. That thing that is me here. Boy, that big boy. Achike was working like this. Achike will say, hey, holiday. My ba. He said, I say, tell this Oba to go. Choose, what did you say? Go. Oba, go. I say, go. Obuba, what? Go. Before you know Obuba, go. That's not a miracle. So the man was a miracle, what? Thank you very much. So please, let us keep the spirit on. I know we'll get to the top. We're already at the top. We still get to the top or toppest one. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
About him, to hear more about him. Why we behave the way we behave. Sometimes to you, irrationally. This is my pastor, you too much. Waiting. I'm sure some of you do that. I'm sure that Clementina's son would have said, this is my mother. I don't know what my father gets to woman. I don't know what she learned it from her father. And then Joy is very quiet. When she says no, anyway, Joy doesn't say no and then go back to say yes. Very quiet and but then, what do we call it that time? Is this slow poison or fast one? What do we call you?
Gentle attack.
Joy was gentle attack. Slow poison and be fast one. Just accept one. Anyway, you know the talk.
What do you want to do, man?
The day she challenged Choose lose his he lost his he had to go back to school. Retired former mobile policeman. Most of you didn't know that Chus was a mobile police officer. Squadron 8, Kaduna. I hope I got it. Yes, I still remember 17. Squadron 8, Kaduna. he was a mobile police officer. Then very straight. You know what? They are very straight. Not this one. Are there? Where is Mopo? No, that Mopo are just almost 9 months pregnant. But Mopo, they were very straight. So, and then Chus came back home. You know, so many stories you want to hear. Yes, we will allow you to gradually you can ask questions about what you want to. Okay, I told you. Yeah, those people.
No, I will talk.
Women. I forgot that in our family there is equality.
There is equality.
Equality. Yes. All right, our sisters. Joy, you want to start first? Very good.
I want to say something. I like my father. When he's giving you punishment, he will tell you to pick pain. He will demonstrate it for you.
I told you that Joy is very brief, but straight to the point. Yes.
My father is a real discipliner. He said, trouble those who trouble. He said, I don't have anything to give you. You are looking at my property, that when I die, you will say, no, before I die, I will sell all my property. Because when my father died, they only gave me a seje and the shovel. I don't know that they have to go and start destroying houses. So don't look at my property. What I have for you is education. He said, read. It's only education. It's only education I can give to you that I won't take back from you. If I say I dash you this house, the day you offend me, I will take it back from you. And my father is such a hard-working man. My father, he said when money come, you buy what you don't have. Then when money finish, sell what you have and start your life again. That is why my father have 2 buildings in Benin. First flat, 18 rooms, and he sold them. Then politics. It's not now that using blood, this to do politics. You sell what you have to play politics. And once you fail, you fail. My father that was riding many fine cars, flashing cars, this, that. At the time, my father was riding mobilettes. That mobilette, he wrote, what we have, we hold. What we have, we hold. Mobilette is just like bicycle. Imagine a man riding limousine, this, and he went to buy mobilette. Say what we have, we hold. He said, he bought bicycle. So, he's such a man. He teaches us about education. I remember those days. My father would go to, during a holiday, he would go to gather and price the people's farm. After pricing, they gave him money, pocket it, and asked the children to go to gather and start working a job. Working job. Yes, you are one of them. So, he doesn't play with us. He makes us 2 o'clock. My father will wake a child of 4 years. Go to junction and buy me two in the night, midnight. Go to junction and buy me snuff. Fear will not allow your mother to say you will not go. You must go. And when you go and you did not bring snuff, then you did not reach there. When they get to those big bushes at the junction, oh, your father has sent you, look at the time. Your father has sent you out again. And I have no snuff now. And if you go now without snuff, your father will kill you. And the Igbo man will go to the cup that he used to, he will coca, he will coca and put it inside my father. And then you will bring it to him. Baba, Osino Mitaba, what are for Yako Kokoyeni home? See my way, Jenny, no matter anywhere, Nimika Kukuni. Yeah. That we used to go to swim that time. We wake up, there was that when moon is shining. When moon was moon, there was no time for you to know. Then we wake up at 12 o'clock. We start going to river. We go to river 4 times before we go to school. Nobody, no, but I don't, the life was not like this that time. They would have seen many dead body on the street. So we go to river, he taught us to do hard work. He say, He will ask you to read. He say when men and friends forget you, read your book, then you have better men and better friends. He say your friend go leave you, you no get friend. He say carry your book. He say by the time wey your friend wey dey Nigeria, now he leave you. Then by the time you carry your book, you are discussing with somebody in abroad, in this, in that. So he taught us many things. He said the height came by great and rich men. They are not obtained by subtle sight. The day when their companions slept, they are turning upwards in the dark. He said, I want to go do that. He said, the time when I want to go, friends, and they sleep. Now that time I want to go, they walk around. Take read that position when he reach. For that, I don't think I used to have the whole 12 hours or 10 hours to sleep at night. We have learned it. I only sleep, I sleep at least 2 hours or 3 hours in the night. I will open my eye, nothing doing, because we don't learn. We don't learn now, not a small thing. It gives us discipline. We work. We work, hard work. You say hard work pay. We work. So that is that. Thank you. To blessed memory. Thank you.
Our daddy is like an elephant. Yes. It is the side that you hold that you can talk about. If they give all of us time, talk about our father, we will not live here today. So, wherever you are able to tap, if you hold the leg of my father, you say the leg is what? Cool and slim and strong. When you hold the body, you say he is a very fat man. Then when you hold the horn, that nose side, you say he has a very long nose. That is how our father is. We really enjoy him. Most of the time, when we were growing up, you cannot tell him, he will not hear that you have a boyfriend. Yes. I remember the day my husband entered our compound for the first time, when we were still doing hide and seek. So, on that day, my father stood here, and I was there. My mother's house was there. I peeped. I said, Jesus, how is this man going to go today? Hey, what is daddy doing outside? I said, okay, I will not talk, sir, but let him be going. My husband got here and fell down without my husband, without my father talking to him. He fell from bike. When I saw him, and when he fell down, I could not meet him. I was standing there looking at him. I said, why did he fall? He didn't even allow me to come. I was just looking at him. Finally, he stood up. And my father did not talk to him. When he was on the ground there, he stood up by himself. He carried his bag, started the bike, and left. So when I finally saw him, I said, why did you fall now? Did my father talk to you? I said, nothing. I just fall. So, that was what happened then. So he was a very good man, but we saw him as a wicked man. Let me say the truth. We saw our father as a wicked man then. We didn't know what he was doing. Because the way he does his things, I remember when I got admission, so that time they used to lobby GSS class. That is class 1. I think my elder sister got her own 79. Oh no, 78. When I now got that, my father said he doesn't train so that he will run away from responsibility. He now told my mother that he doesn't train a female child. My mother said, you don't train a female child. When did that one start? He said it started now. So that is how my mother said, no problem. I don't have male now. I have only one male. These 2 that I have, they must go to school. That is how my mother sent us to school. And as I'm here, we are remembering our father. I also remember my mother. My mother was a very humble woman to the core. I think Joy took after my mom in terms of being humble. We did not take after her. She was a very humble woman to the core. And at times I will say, well, when I look at myself, I will say, God, this character you gave to me, if I live long with it, I will come back with it. Because I don't want to be described as a humble person. So that is how it is. So we thank God for today. Our grandchildren, you have seen us. Igbinedion family is a very unique family. Those of you that don't know this family know us now. We are very unique in this village. We are special people in this village. When we were growing up, you cannot challenge Igbinedion's daughter. If we used to look for trouble, when you beat us, you wait. If you beat me, no problem. I will come back home and tell them. Those boy slapped me there. Actually, Dele will say, who is the person? I said, it's at that junction. He said, follow me. I will just follow him. I will stand here, stand like this. Dele will be landing slap on the boy's face. And when I finish, he said, Hugo, are you okay? I said, I'm okay, let's go. Before then, he has given the boy the beating of his life. So for the grandchildren, please, this family is a very unique family. This is the first time we are seeing all ourselves. You should know that you have a great family. You have a flag that you should keep flying. Some of you may be misbehaving. We have been hearing that some of our grandchildren are not doing well. Some are not, let me not use the word beat. As I came here, some of them are fighting their fathers. Some are insulting their father. It's not allowed. Because if you beat your father or your mother, if she does not say anything to you, what about God? God is seeing you. And if you have a parents, take care of your parents. Take care of your fathers and your mother. Whether they don't have money, that is where God has placed you to be. God saw President Muhammadu Buhari. He saw Obaseki before he gave you to maybe one poor man. So that is where you are. You can make us so something for your family. You can make something great from your family. And family name is very important. I know that some of you, maybe your children are answering John Joseph, John. You are narrowing the family. Igbinedion family is a very unique family. When we were growing young, people feared to enter this compound. When we were growing, the day I went to my husband's place, one man saw me. He said, "Whose child is it?" He said, Igbinedion Ezokoma. So my husband said, you want to enter the house of Ezokoma and go and marry? The day he will tell you, say, enter grand. Just enter grand. So my husband said, no problem. Now, if he asks me to enter grand, all of you will know that is what killed me. So that is how we are. Please, our wives, you are in the right place. You are lucky to be here. Yes. You are in the right place, and I want you to keep the flag of Igbinedion flying. We are not using Igbinedion, we are Igbinedion. You, our wives, are the owner of the names now. Igbinedion. Keep our flag flying. Cooperate with one another. If after this meeting, if we don't see one another after a month, or call each other, let us greet. Like when I saw some of my wife, I said, are you sitting down and greeting me? You don't know I'm your husband. So that is how it is. I will pray that the good Lord that brought us together as family will continue to keep us. We'll continue to grow from strength to strength. Very soon, we'll celebrate the great-grandchildren. And God will help us in Jesus' name. Before I will round up, among all the 17 boys, there is no one that tried the way my father tried. All of them, they did not try. My father, they did not score. All of them, nobody among them scored 5 over 100 for what my father did. And I was able to marry 8 young girls. For 8, all of them, there is no second hand. Up to the last wife of my mother. My mother married her as a young girl. He was a man. He wanted to marry a nurse. There was one nurse he wanted to marry that time in maternity. We were still growing up. So Mama Dele, listen. Mama Dele now told us that our father is finding one girl here. Sister Joy can remember. So when you told the mother is finding one nurse, that what do we do? That we should wait for the nurse. On that day, one evening, we waited for the nurse because we didn't want the nurse to come again. It's okay. We now say, Pussycat, where are you going to? You are going to London to see the Queen. We don't want you in our house.
Wait, calm down. Angelina Moto smiley.
Shaky.
Angelina Moto smiley.
Shaky. Tomorrow is another day. Shaky.
Angelina, sir, you go to Papa?
No. Angelina, sir,
you go to Papa?
No.
Now, that nurse was called Angelina.
Oh.
And that was the music that was raining at that time. Let me take up this story for where you stop.
Thank you very much.
Now, when Mama Dele instigated us to go and harass Angelina because she saw her position being threatened. Please clear this road because I'm going to Lagos this night. Angelina was passing here. Myself
is too small. The response you get is water don't finish for well. So once you say the soup is small, you have to add. So meaning they were eating, seriously. So and I don't know, another one. If I remember, I would say this. But I need to ask my grandmom one question and my mom. Then when we were growing, we had 3 different houses. This one, the one at 2 at the junction. Mommy, I want to ask, there's this thing they normally do to me in particular. If we sleep here in the night and we are going to the bus stop where she cooks, in case you don't know, she is one of the best cooks here, as in this community, whether you like it or not. She is one of the best. In fact, till today, I see here people send her money because of the food they ate 1970 something. So please, a round of applause for my grandmother. A round of applause. Now, I want to ask this question. That thing has been bothering me since. Mommy, why if they come out for house in the morning, why will not they carry lantern? They go that morning. Why be saying at night, when they send me from junction, they come here, come carry the lantern? See, we go come out for nothing. We're not carrying anything. We will not carry the lantern. Around 6 or 6:30, they will not send me from that side to the house to bring lantern. And you're not putting it in any nylon. You are carrying it like that. From here. Now there's this glove. That lantern glove. Now if they give you that glove to go and wash it, you wash it with all seriousness and all carefulness. That glove. We have one that is very light and one that is thick. Now there's a way you put your hand inside that glove. If you stretch it anyhow, it breaks. And if that glass break, before you get another one, you need to go to Agbo or you wait for the market day. And it's four market every 4 days, Abi. Now they do market for year. Now then, I remember one time, we two were still, I particularly, I was stubborn then. As like one of my uncles said, that it was auntie that said that they thought our grandfather was wicked. At the point I also thought that too, because my mother brought me up like a soldier, as an iron hand. My mother said he not get pikin with his boy, and he not get male or he not get female. I learned how to cook from my mother. I was in secondary school when I started taking list to the market to buy foodstuffs. If you come, then playing football was an abomination. Playing football. My mother did not see me playing football with my peers. Once you see you playing football, like you are doing something abominable, you dey play ball when you are supposed to be reading or when you are supposed to be cooking. No matter how, if you like, rush the cooking, rush all the things you are supposed to do. That ball, you are not still going to play it. I remember one night, then bicycle was raining in this community. So any house where you don't get bicycle, then let me say they try. So uncle gave me one bicycle, 5 bicycle then to repair. Then I was in secondary school. Imagine me in secondary school, big boy, secondary school. I was not allowed to take bicycle to school. Bicycle. Now one day I sneaked the bicycle to school. As uncle said, sometimes when the devil wants to strike, you will not know. That very day was the day my mother met me at the bus stop. I can never forget this. Now we were coming from school. My mother was going to Agbo. My mother saw me with the bicycle. Who sent you? Bicycle. Do you know what she did? She had to lock the bicycle. I know when the bicycle is locked, you can't even push it. You have to raise the back. I was carrying the bag. She locked it, took the key to Agbo. And I was taking the bike until she now saw the repairer, the person that repaired the bike. And the man begged and she gave her the key and said, take this bicycle to your shop until I come back before you bring it. You know, that's one of those things. I still remember my mother locking me inside the house. Inside the house, like she'll be going to Agbo, she'll lock me inside the house, keep everything I will need. Now I was like a prisoner talking to people outside. My friend will now come and sympathize with me. They will now come, they'll be saying, they will be greeting me. If I want to eat myself, I have a bone. If I anything, the food, you know, at the point, I still remember, he's not here now, one of my uncles too, you know. But all those things shaped my life. Maybe by now, I don't know what I for don't be. You know, seriously, because growing in the village sometimes, you have these people with kind of negative mindset. You know, but the family I am from, you know, so I looked up to them and like, I didn't see anybody that is wayward. So why will my own be different? So I tried my possible best. So even while the pressure was there to do, you know, all those things, but I tried my possible best. I remember one time, this bicycle story again. So after repairing the bicycle, one day we now decided that we were going to the river. We have convoy, like 20 persons. If you not follow them that time, you not say you know they represent. So we already fixed, my uncle already fixed that we are going to pluck pear for market the next day. I forget. They can't carry us from here to Mbiri. Bicycle, siren, say we blow siren, you know, that convoy. Then I forgot. I was coming, my uncle was prepared for me. Them did not renovate this place. So there's only one entrance to this other area, apart from this side. So I was coming and I was sneaking, I don't know, say, in there, wait for me. The moment I just parked the bicycle, I go enter his house. Called me. I received, after that night, after the night's beating, the next day, I was tied to the tree like I was being crucified. He flogged me. Now the problem is, my mother saw those marks at my back. How will I tell my mother it was my uncle that? It's even an offense to tell your mother that your uncle beat you like that. It's an offense because that time we were scared of them. You understand? Because they were bringing us up, you know, that they want you to be a better person. But we're looking at it as if they were actually being wicked. You know, don't do this, you know, all those things. But at the point, my mother would say, go and read. My mother will sit there and watch me read. They're not going you wherever you sleep now. You know, we're using different devices. Sometimes you put water for bucket, you put your leg, it don't work. When nature calls, it calls. You know, guy, you won't do it. At the point, I started drinking the escape. It don't work. If you want to sleep, you go sleep. You know, most times when you are watching movie, sometimes it don't happen to most of us. You're watching movie and sleep take you. You don't watch. You wake up, you're just in just 10 seconds. You don't wake up, they know the right name. You started that time. So when sleep carry you, and nobody they ever agree say sleep, they catch them. Sleep, they catch you. No, somebody will don't close eye for. You know, so it's good to be from this family. I say it any day, anytime. And I am happy and I'm proud to be from this family. Please, a round of applause for this family. A round of applause for all of them. And I will tell you boldly that while I was in the university, my mother did not pay my school fees just for once. It was a community effort. Please, a round of applause for all of them. I get all their number. I know how to enter all of them. None of them that is here that did not support my education. None. I'll just call you up. I get a bill. You know, the only time my mother paid my school fees was because my uncle delayed. My uncle delayed to bring the money. Okay, tell your mother to give you the money. Later that was how it was. So you imagine that after all these things, you will now come out and say, imagine how the math where you go take talk and say, maybe God forbid, they do Okadas on a corner, maybe I fair dodge. No, normally, you know, when you come say you know they meet up with your fellow, you fair dodge. They'll come the you artist. I see this guy just now. Where you go? You know, inferiority complex. But as it is now, everybody is okay, everybody is doing well. Nobody. We they say ourselves, we talk, you are spoken, you can talk to each other. But when you can't speak, or when you can't talk to that's when, you know, when they talk. Like a debate, they will carry you go represent debate. Now you got the clap for the person with you understand? But it's all good, it's all good. Please a round of applause for yourselves again. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm happy to be from this family. Thank you very much. I introduced myself.
The guy that just spoke is the one that says The chairman has spoke. Now it is my turn to spark. It's Tokia by a guy named. He has so many names actually. Very many names. And he was born in curious circumstances. I'm so emotional about him. Because there were deaths, there was an accident, and then there was a pregnancy, and then he was born. That's story for another day.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm Paul Obuse, the son of Veronica Obuse in Igbinedion. And I happen to be a twin, Peter and Paul. And I personally cherish this family a lot because I've heard a lot about this family. Though I think it was through my late father, you know, that married my mother, that married from the Igbinedion family. And I've always been a, you know, the laid back Lagos boy, so to say. We were born and bred in Lagos, and we're not really, you know, carried along when it comes to village things or, you know, traditional things. But the little my father told me, you know, like mommy said, you know, about coming to marry into Igbinedion family. You know, it was like marrying the daughter of Ohai. You know, it's like you have won the World Cup. It's like you can't be ordinary and marry the daughter of this man. As in, you have to be strong, or you have to have capacity, or you have to, you know, be bold. And I think my father, you know, was privileged, so to say. And I think even till his death, you know, he made us understand that the Igbinedion family is a family, you know, that is first among equals. And even while he was alive, I tried my best to interact with the Lagos uncles then, so to say. And I think frequently, you know, Uncle Chooks particularly, you know, I think he was like the first uncle of the Igbinedions I got to know. I think back then, me and my brother got admission into a boarding house in the year 1993. And I think Uncle Chooks, Igbinedion, you know, he majorly contributed to our admission money, you know, that we use for the admission, or the first school fees we paid. He was very instrumental. I could remember his yellow Mercedes Benz. He drove it to our Jacondi Estate house, you know, and I felt the connection, and I felt privileged to have an handsome, a strong, hard-working uncle who is a barrister. And I think, you know, so I never met, you know, our great-grandfather or my grandfather. You know, I never met him physically. I think I was born in 1982. I was told he died in 1984. But I want to believe, or I was told when I and my brother as twins were born, we were brought to him, or he came to, you know, we saw him actually, you know, or he saw us. But I was not aware, you know, who he was or who he was. And I remember I was talking to Uncle Joseph yesterday, and I was just trying to get some facts, some histories, some, you know, and he was downloading a lot of stories, a lot of history, a lot of, you know, and one of the things I said was, sir, you guys, you people, you uncles have really tried. And I was trying to imagine that they were developed, they grew up, you know, as a village boy, so to say. And they were able to conquer their world. They were able to go all over the world, do exploits in their profession, you know, and they came out tops. And to me, maybe the next generation were actually inspired and encouraged to see that, you know, come to play and come to reality, that these people grew up in this environment. Like the barrister uncle was talking about the fact that this place was like a Garden of Eden. They had all this, all that, and I could picture it in my mind. And I could see as vast as this land is, what, the things they were saying and they were happening there. And, and like Uncle Vincent said, one of the questions I'm still asking, and I'm still asking is, some of us need some pictorial evidence. I don't know where some albums are. I don't know who is keeping record. I don't know where to get those pictures. Me, I just want to see, even though, I remember I went to Snap with the statue there, and I need pictures, maybe if there's any way, maybe in those days, there's not too much consciousness of, compared to the digital age. But I will be more, impressed, maybe inspired to see something to connect with. Maybe his pictures here and there, his pictures with this, his pictures with that, so that we can connect more, as grandchildren, and be able to relate with our history going forward, and celebrate more of him. And we look forward to more gatherings like this. And like I think the inspiration came after the wedding of Santos in Lagos about this reunion. And when I heard about the reunion and I saw the reality coming to play, I literally marked this day. And I was like, against all odds, from Lagos, I must be here today. And I'm so happy for myself that I'm able to make it. Because to me, it's like history. It's like if I'm not here, where could I have been in this world? If I'm not here in Igbinedion today, 16th of April, who is it? Will I be in Lagos going to where? Doing what? And my people are here, and a day have been fixed, and I'm aware. To me, it's like an abomination. But I thank God I didn't carry it over. I thank God I'm happy to witness beautiful uncles, beautiful aunties, beautiful nieces, and all that. And I remember, one of the sweet things about family is I had a business connection or trip in 2013. I was supposed to be in Abuja, and I was actually literally on the trip to Abuja. And my mindset was maybe I was going to lodge in Abuja to see one or two, before the meetings. And my mother literally picked up her phone and made a contact. And I was like, Paul, where are you going to stay in Abuja? I said, Mama, don't worry now. I'm a man now. I will watch myself around now. Is that lodging in an hotel or connect one or two of my friends? But I think I entered Abuja around 10:30 in the night. That was my first time of entering Abuja, and the bus came late or got to Abuja late. But before I landed in Abuja, my mother has already picked up a call and called, her sister, the family of Peter Onyemakono. And I landed in Abuja at 10:30 in the night, and they came literally to pick me up. And I spent close to like 2 weeks in Mr. Peter Onyemakono's house. And I literally enjoyed the stay. I literally enjoyed the holiday. I think it was around April this season, 2013. And that's the power of family. That's the power of connectivity. That's the power of, connecting one another and have a family structure, family friendship, family, at heart. So I'm happy as one of the grandsons or grandchildren of J.E. Igbinedion. I'm privileged and happy to belong to this family, and I hope for more celebration. Thank you very much.
Oh my baby, your love is foreign, love is foreign. Give me loving, no good on me. You see your body carry something. I never understand. I must confess, your body very offensive. You just got to make defense, no. I must confess, your body not my objective. You giving me problems.
He had commented on the LinkedIn post of Uncle Stanley Igbinedion, and he called him Uncle. I was like, okay, if this man is your uncle, then you must be my relative. Yeah, you must be my cousin. And I think he went round and did his investigation, and then he came back, because it took him a while to respond to me. And then he came back and said, yes, that I'm his cousin, and then he referred to his mother, Auntie Tina. I have always heard about Auntie Clementina. We were actually friends on Facebook, but I have never met her. So through that connection, we got to meet Auntie Tina. It was either Christmas last year or New Year. It was the New Year, right? That we finally visited their home in Abuja. Interestingly, my husband's family lives in around the same area as them. So one day we went to visit his family, and then Joseph invited us, like, oh, they're having a barbecue, we should come to the house. And then we came, and we were so warmly received. Like, I hadn't felt so good in such a long time. And then to crown it all, when we were about leaving, Auntie Tina gave us this huge chicken. It was like a goat. It was like a big goat. And then I think when we killed it, it filled about 2 big bowls. And then we kept using it. We used it up to 3 times in the house. And it was like, every time I think of that chicken, I feel very happy. I feel like coming back. And I will come back. Yeah, so since then, I've been having the thought of us getting together. Like, it's such a small world. I know it's a big family. We're all over the place. And there are some people I have known forever. I've known my grandma for a long time. I've known Uncle Chooks. I've known Auntie Joy. Her daughter Amaka was part of my bridal train during my wedding almost 3 years ago. Destiny, his wife, we've been communicating on Facebook, but we had never really met. Uncle Austin, his wife. I remember when we just came back from Ghana, we were in the same school as Destiny. And every close of school, we spent it in Uncle Austin's house. And we stayed there for hours and hours, we do sleepovers, we eat there. So he was like our second family. Yeah, and the warmness that we've always received from this family has been amazing. That no matter how long it has been since we last spoke, since we last communicated, whenever we have reason to talk, it's like we never left. It's like we've never been out of touch. It's like we've always been in touch. And that's the best thing about this family to me. I look forward to very many more reunions. And then I want to especially thank the children of J.N. Igbinedion for hosting this for us. Because when the idea first started, when we first came up with the idea, we were thinking of how we will do the fundraising. Because of course, as much as we love it, there is no reunion without funds. The food we're having here, the drinks, the water, the palm wine, the canopies, everything was made possible through the contribution and donations of the children who took it upon themselves to host this event. And we are grateful to them. Yeah, we're hoping that in the next reunion in 2024, as Uncle Vincent has said, that we the grandchildren will be able to come together to host. And then it shall be yes, it shall be, oh yes. I would also forget Paul. I met him during my wedding. He was so close to my dad. I was like, okay, who is this guy? Initially, I had thought he was my husband's friend or something. But he was hanging so close to my dad. And then I was wondering, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? And then eventually he came and approached me and told me he's my cousin. I'm like, really? How? And then he explained and he explained and he explained. I was like, okay, nice. Yeah, and then since then we've been connected. We've been almost inseparable. Yeah, so come 2024, we shall have a rematch. We shall retaliate what our parents have done here today. I'm looking forward to that, and I hope we continue to enjoy and get together and connect and bond and network and all the good things that come with it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I felt overwhelmed. Because, I think we should be clapping for those. When we made a budget, where is Constance? Constance, are you there? You want to talk to us and tell us thank you? Okay. Constance and Shelley and myself will be holding meetings. But we never saw ourselves. Technology is so good now. Shelley was in, where were you? All over the place. But you were particularly somewhere in all right. Shelley was far away. Constance was somewhere. And I was in Lagos. And then we prepared the budget. And then we said, this is what we are going to send to everybody to contribute. Initially, we said, let the grandchildren, after all, we have tried now, we train you for school, we marry for some of you, we pay after for some of you, we feed some of you. Have we not tried? You push your wisdom. And then, the same Clementine now, that lies looking for my trouble, now said, no, I object. Grandchildren should not contribute. They should come and enjoy from us. I went to Clementina talks. You better say yes or shut up. So which I did. And I said, okay, let us host our children. Let us bring our children home. And let them know that when we were growing up, we were never hungry. Because my father would just, have you eaten pawpaw today? Have you eaten banana today? It was just like that. Have you eaten pineapple today? Go and pluck pineapple. Have you sucked orange today? And then John will say, at about 2 o'clock, John will say, she don't realize, I've not sucked orange today. And then she'll carry a basin and then go and pluck oranges and sit down. And Julius not around. The peer has started producing now. Julius taught us how to take 40 pears at a sitting. And Julius will take up to 120 in a day. Because he used kettle to boil pear 3 times in a day. And he never went to hospital to complain of stomach ache. And then we eat bananas. My father would just bring out a bunch of bananas and then call us to come and start eating. So we all had immunity against witchcraft. Yes. We had immunity against accident. We had immunity against the electric shock. We had immunity against hunger and so many other things. That was the house we lived in. When I told that, I just told my friend, when my father died, we sold oranges, called everybody together, how much is your school fees? And everybody's school fees was paid with oranges in this compound. So where are the oranges now? Somebody will ask. Of course, old age has taken care of all that. But we grew up here, we lived here, we fought here, we loved here, we planned here, and today we are back. Those who are here, please, tell those who didn't come what you saw. And thank God that Shelley has taken the gauntlet by saying that they, the grandchildren, are going to retaliate. She didn't put drastically. But I'm sure she means that they are going to retaliate drastically. They are going to outdo us. I expect them. In fact, they have young blood. What if they don't do? So I'll start from today to plan to expand my pots so that I'll be able to take more because my children are going to host. Thank you very much for coming. We are going to start having the music and then the dance will now start. Mr. DJ.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, can you tell the viewers your name?
Yes. Vincent Chukwuka Igbinedion.
Okay, Mr. Vincent Chukwuka Igbinedion. Since morning we have been here and a lot of our activities has been going on since morning. So I had people giving some testimony about a man, telling a lot of things, like sweet things about a man who happened to be your father. So I know what is, let's say I know what is going on here. But for those like that are not here, can you tell us the reason why people, as in why you, the children, is gathering here today?
Why the fourth one has not to follow education? But this is a man that loves education. The man that is life. I'm telling you so, because you know that education frees us the shackles of ignorance and the shackles of underdevelopment. It's the man that we are celebrating today. It's the man that tackles so wide, so fast. Words are not enough to prefer the impact he had on the life of the children and the community. And our children are coming up. We are expanding, we are growing, we are developing, we are reaching many places. Our children are coming up. Some of them don't even, this is their first time of coming to this home. Some already graduates and married and having their own children, but they don't know where their parents come from. That was the reason why we decided to say, hey, let us come together and have a reunion, a family reunion. Let all the children be involved. Let the grandchildren be involved. Let the great-grandchildren be involved. So as many as want to be involved, let them be involved. And we chose today, and that's why we are here today. And you can see from what has happened that, a lot of encomium was said about the man. A lot of things I didn't even know. Yes, I was in I wasn't up to, I was still young when he died. I was in my early 20s when he died. So when I had the opportunity of meeting him firsthand, but it's been a long time. A long one. So we're left with no choice than say, look, let's bring people together and let us celebrate this one. Preparatory to the bigger celebration that will mark the 40th anniversary of his death. Yes, that's what we're
okay, sir. Sir, with my own observation, I've seen that this man have left a great legacy for the family. Let's say maybe you are the first son of the family or the last born. But notwithstanding, what advice do you still have for your brothers, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and those that are still coming up since your father is no more?
Thank you. I will just tell them that, look, what your father wants for you is always the best. I have children. I don't expect them to expect that I will them the work. The journey might be hard, but sweet is the result. So we knew how we were brought up. There were lots of grandpa and parents, even after my father died. But because of the education, because of the enlightenment he gave us, we grew up to know that life is ephemeral. There is nothing permanent. I saw my father a week before he died. So when I was told that he had died, I was not even surprised. I didn't shake because I knew that such a man couldn't be alive the way he was. This is a man that could wake up by 3 a.m. and drive to the news. Now he becomes a vegetable. He said no. So when I told that he had died, I said, so be it. He was a strong man. He was principled development and growth. So if we are insisting on our children doing things, they should insist. There should be no compromise. Our children will feel the pain today, but tomorrow they will feel the pain. That's what I would say.
Okay, sir.
You feel that your parents are hard on you. But when you grow up, you say, thank God they were hard on me. That's what I should tell you. So whatever your parents say that are positive, don't feel bad about it. Take it on the stride and move on. And grow with the idea that they gave you. At the end of the day, you are going to be able to reap the benefits. All the things my father taught us, all the way we feel like we're wicked, all today we are gaining. In our various areas of endeavor, a lot of us are excelling. And it's because of what you planted in us. So we should also plant it. And children should listen to their parents. Yes, listen to their parents. Because they cannot lead you astray. They will the best for you. They want the best for you all the time. So if you listen to them and you grow and you get old, you will also go back and reflect on what they told you. And they will also tell your children, my parents taught me this, that's what I'm teaching you. So what is it they call generational cost? It's not generational, there's no generational cost. If you know that you are going the wrong way, there's a popular saying. If you know that you are driving the wrong way, God allows a U-turn. Yes, that's it. So if you know that what you are doing is not right, you are allowed to turn around. Turn around for the better. Who is going to be your ultimate beneficiary? Is it not the family? Yes. So it will be hard to do, but the place of tomorrow cannot be quantified.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm so happy for the gathering of today, and I wish to meet people again, like as you said, in 2024. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, can you tell the viewers your name?
Okay, my name is Oligie-Igbanke Michael. People call me MC Talker, the educated comedian.
Okay, sir. Since morning, a lot of activities have been going on in this compound. And I had a lot of compliment given to one particular man. They talk a lot about him, sweet words and things that he left behind. So, can you tell the viewers the reason why the children, everyone, both the children, the grandchildren, the great-grandchildren, you all are gathered here today?
All right, like you just said, you've heard we talk about a particular man, which is Mr. or Chief Mr. Justin Igbinedion, which is my grandfather. We are celebrating a reunion today because we believe that we are in one great family and a large family. So we decided that it is time for us to come together to know ourselves. So that is why we are gathered here. And those things you've heard about that particular man, they are all true. Because it's somebody that lived a good life, and anywhere you go in this community and being in Edo State at large, they will tell you this man is a strong man. You know, people know him very well. So that's why we are here, because of his legacy. He left a good legacy. That's why we are gathered here to celebrate this great reunion and to also remember him. You understand? That's why we are here.
Okay. In the family, I believe maybe you are one of the grandchildren.
Yes.
And this man in question is not, it's no more, as in, it's not alive, unless say he's dead. And you have uncles, you still have younger ones in the grandchildren stuff. I urge you to give a little advice to maybe your uncles and your fellow grandchildren.
Okay, I don't think I will have to learn from my uncles and not to give them advice. Yes, and I grew up knowing them to be very good people. You understand? So that legacy, the legacy my grandfather left, he passed it on to my fathers, which are my uncles, and my mother, who is the only woman amongst the 8 children. You understand? So that legacy lives on. So I believe I don't even have much to say, to be sincere, because that legacy has been going. So we take the step of our predecessors, you understand, and advise ourselves to be greater than them. You understand? My grandfather was great, my fathers, they did greater, and we, the grandchildren, we are planning to do even the greatest. You understand? So that is what I have to tell them, to always study our fathers who has lived a good life, and for us to live a better life. And that is just everything I have to say to them.
Okay, sir. From all that everybody have said about this one particular man, the sweet things, the legacy, can you tell the viewers one thing that you picked from the words, or maybe you were opportune to meet this man before he aparted? Can you just tell the viewers one particular thing you picked from him, or from what people has been saying here?
All right, I don't think I will just pick a particular thing. I will have to pick a whole lot of things. One of them is discipline. One of them is self-discipline. One of them is bravery. You have to be brave in everything you do. And the other one is good education. You have to be educated, irrespective of what people say, irrespective of what is going on in the society now. You cannot take it away from education. Education is the key. And because we are all educated, that's why you see that we are all united. You understand? That education, because you see, he left good legacies, like we have said over and over again, and that legacy has kept on. And because we are educated, that is why we have been able to carry peace along in this great family. You understand? So that is three good things I can say I learned from what he said to me. I know I did not grow up to meet him, you know, he died before I was born, but even the legacy he left behind was still more than enough for me to be what I am today.
Okay, sir. I'm happy for what happened here today, and I wish to meet you people again when next this such gathering.
Of course, you are welcome. We are one good and happy family, and we welcome anybody who is willing to associate with this great family to learn, and we are still open to learning many things from you too. So thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you. You're welcome, sir. You go put up for best and swear. You go put up for best and swear.